Hey YouTube, long time no see. Don't mind me sweating. I got on my sauna suit. I'm exercising right now and I'm taking a break. I know y'all haven't seen me out in these YouTube streets, but how y'all been? I've been lit, taking several vacations, looking slim and good in my clothes, feeling myself, making money, prospering, minding my business and sipping my tea. How y'all been? Yes. I wanted to make this video because I'm coming to the West Coast. Is it next week or the week after? No, I'll be in the West Coast June 22nd. And I will have a meetup on the beach. So it is free. I'm not charging you guys. I will have books if you want to buy a book and want me to sign it. But no cost, is BYOB, and it's free. And if you want to bring your kids, that's fine. I understand some people don't have babysitter. Bring the kids, put them in their swimsuit, pack some snacks, and bring them. All we do is sit out there on the beach and talk relationships. So I will be in Los Angeles next week on the 22nd through the 26th. So if you would like to meet up, do a beach meetup to talk about narcissistic abuse, please email me at chanelljasmine@gmail.com. I'll pin my email down below. It's free. Again, serious inquiries. I will not be putting the meeting location out there unless you're serious. You have to email me to get the meetup location. Okay, guys, I can't wait to see my West Coast crew. Love y'all. Now, I wanted to talk about the disgusting black, and to all my followers that are not black. Got something in my throat. This weather's dry with the pollen. To my white sisters, Hispanic sisters, Asian, don't take offense to this video. Just sit and listen. I don't want you to feel like I'm not including you, but we in the black community have some nasty black heifers, nasty, disgusting, manipulative Jezebels. And, I did a few videos back in December outing this behavior, but we're seeing it right now with the sprinkle lady. And I'm comparing the sprinkle lady, her behavior, to that of the late Kevin Samuels. She has admitted to being a female narcissist, a sociopath. She has admitted, she's married a narcissist, a cheater. Like, before she married her husband, he made her the side chick. And she knowingly knew about it. Actually, she was side chick number 2. He had a wife, he had a girlfriend, and then he put her second to his girlfriend. She was a second side chick. And she claims that she broke things off with him and moved on, and he came back wanting her back in his life. So for her to, she said she wanted to get revenge, and she married him to control his money. And she thinks by sitting on her fat ass, and telling women how to manipulate men for money because she's controlling her husband's money, it makes her exempt from being a pick-me. She has actually, she has recreated the term pick-misha, even though I guess she's the one that created it. At first, pick-misha meant, settling for a man by any means, but I guess she's changed and switched things up to say that it's okay to stay with an abusive man, a cheater, liar, as long as you're getting his money. It's okay to manipulate. It's okay for a young woman to manipulate a man who's 20, 30 years older than her. And what she's doing is she's setting up women to get abused and unalived. I don't think there's nothing cute about teaching women how to manipulate men for money. The only time we should be teaching women to manipulate men is if you're in a DV situation, which I have many a times. I've coached a lot of women and helped them escape their abusers. You have to manipulate a man in order to stay alive. If you're in an abusive household where your husband is whooping and beating on you and you're terrified, sometimes you have to manipulate and play cool until you get out of there and you're safe. Because if you stand up to him and want to fight back, he could take your life. So in those instances where it's a life or death situation, by all means, yes, you got to gray rock and manipulate to keep yourself safe. I also believe, too, that you have to manipulate men to protect children. I've seen women, go overboard to protect their children when the man is yelling and screaming and different things like that. So, to keep him at bay from hurting the children or molesting the children. I've seen women do this. Sometimes you have to manipulate a man if it comes down to your survival. But simply manipulating a motherfucking man just to say that you have a man tricking on you, baby, it's like the blind leading the blind. And them bitches have been fucking mad ever since I've called Sprinkle Sprinkle out. And they said, why does she trigger you so much? Why are you obsessed with her? First of all, and they say I'm jealous of her. Why would I be jealous of a fat black woman who's miserable in her marriage? She settled for a fucking cheater just to get control of his money. And truth be told, she's not controlling 100% of her husband's money like she has everyone thinking. If she was once the side chick, that side chick position opened up once she married him. All of his money is not going to her, which is why she sits up on YouTube and makes her Cash App donations. She begs for donations all day. He's got a side chick. Oh, his side chick is getting some of her money. She's playing and pimping the fuck out of the delusional female cult that she has created. No different than Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels had his followers believing that he was a high value man. But we did some research and found out that he wasn't paying his child support. He was like $20,000 in debt. And I guarantee you his ex-wife either reported him or the child support enforcement found out about his YouTube channel generating millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they were like, yo, you got enough money to pay your child support now, Mr. Kevin Samuels. You generating all this motherfucking money off your YouTube. So he had to pay that debt off before he died. I don't give a fuck who gets mad. They was mad at Jesus and they was mad at Moses for telling the truth. Bitch, get mad. You're not going to silence me. You're not going to get me to close my mouth. You can't control me. I hope this video triggers the fuck out of your motherfucking demons. I am the spiritual whistleblower. I am anointed and called to do this. I can't stand trifling Jezebel black women, female narcissists. Okay. And you know, Miss Shera Sprinkle calls herself a financial advisor with what credentials, bitch? See, they tried to challenge my credentials. They go at me like, you need to be a psychologist. You don't have no credentials to be diagnosing somebody as a narcissist. Who do you think you are? And I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. You do need a psychology degree of some sort, social work, psychology, to diagnose someone as being a narcissist. But the real tea is the narcissist has to go to therapy in order to be diagnosed. And most of them don't make it past the second session. And they walk around thinking they're perfect. They're delusional and unaccountable. So how can we diagnose them if they're not going to therapy and getting the treatment, walking around delusional? But then I threw Bible scripture. I said, what is it? You will know them by their fruit. Is that Matthew chapter 7:16? Correct me if I'm wrong. I might have gotten it wrong. But you will know them by their fruit. So many of us who were raised by a narcissistic mother or father, or your grandparents were narcissistic, you spent the first 20, 30 years of your life around that toxic behavior. So you're going to be triggered anytime you get around a narcissist or you see them on a YouTube channel open their mouths. You're going to be triggered because you know the behavior. That's biblical. You will know them by their fruit. So you don't need a degree to call a narcissist out. You need a degree to diagnose one. And since most of them motherfuckers don't go to therapy no goddamn way, and there's like most of the population are walking around motherfucking undiagnosed, They try to throw shit at me and I throw that shit right back. I read them motherfuckers to filth, bitch. And I am pursuing a doctorate in psychology. Why do I have many psychologists and therapists follow my content on TikTok that love? I'm going to be on a podcast with a psychologist next week. I can sit here and talk my talk. I know my shit. They tried to gaslight and rock me and they can't. I cannot fucking stand the black female narcissist. Miss Shera Sprinkle has a whole cult-like following of toxic narcissistic women. They're just like Kevin Samuels' followers. And it's like the blind leading the blind. You're setting these women up to get unalived, beat up. You cannot use an old man for his fucking money. He will make you think you're using him, but he's pimping you all along. The money's not worth it. Make your own money. Go to therapy, heal, get close to God, stay single and celibate, and stop trying to manipulate. Manipulation is not of God. It's not. When you are beautiful, healthy, happy, and healed, you don't have to manipulate anybody. You ask God, He will deliver everything that your heart's desire. This Shera person is not connected to God. She's not. Kevin Samuels was also a fake Christian. He was a misogynist. And women like Shera, Sprinkle, they're misogynist too. When black women are fucking misogynistic too. The female black narcissist is a fucking misogynist, and she will set up innocent black women to get abused by toxic narcissistic black men, just like her husband is abusing her. And she sit there and deludes herself and say, well, I'm getting his money and this and that. At what cost, sis? At what cost? She'll sit there and say she doesn't care that he cheats on her. Yeah, well, when he burns your pussy with HIV, or he has a baby on you, yeah, keep sitting up there and acting like you don't care about nothing. You're going to have to answer just like Mr. Kevin Samuels had to answer. Okay, her followers attack me and I don't care. I can handle. Listen, I handled all of Kevin Samuels. I handled a group of men attacking me. You think I'm going to run from some delusional bitches? So, ladies, 2023, we see, the black men on these podcasts, they're running their mouths, but, all of Kevin Samuels' followers are silent now because their grandfather, granddaddy, what was his nickname? The grandfather. They have no one to look up to. Andrew Tate is locked up in prison, and the word is he has lung cancer. These men are all self-sabotaging. Who is leading them? They're all looking stupid now, twiddling their thumbs now that Kevin Samuels is no longer here. So now we're seeing the rise of the female narcissist do the same motherfucking thing that Kevin Samuels was doing with his following. I want my sisters to use your discernment. Don't get caught up with that toxic advice. You manipulate a man, an abusive, narcissistic man for money, he will get you back. Don't ever think you're using him. He's always 10 steps ahead. These men are vengeful. If he's giving you money and gifts, he's going to expect something in return. And if you don't give it to him, you're going to find out. You're going to fuck around and find out. I hate the one thing that I hate about the black community is the fact that God will show us different examples. God set a huge example with Kevin Samuels. I don't wish bad on the man. I'm not laughing or happy that he's dead. But I think that whole thing that we saw with him, his miserable life, when he died, we found out he was not a high value man. He was living a lie. His own family would not allow his followers to come to the funeral. So his followers, they look stupid. His followers paid his rent. They paid his cash app. He didn't give a fuck about none of his followers. Only in the end for everyone to find out he duped his entire following. He was a fraud. And God will show us by example how not to be, how not to live. And here it is, Shera 7, her entire female cult-like following are repeating the behavioral tactics of Kevin Samuel and his followers. I'm just going to sit back and drink my tea, and I dare any of the bitches to come from me because, baby, my mouth is lethal and I can read to filth. I didn't run from Kevin Samuels or his followers, and I damn sure ain't going to run from Sprinkle and her fucking toxic ass female cult. They all have a reprobate mindset, and we know what happens to the reprobates. We got to let them self-sabotage. They call me, they hate on me for wearing a bonnet, but when I dress to kill and put on stilettos and, I look fabulous and fierce, they hate on that too. It's damn if you do and damn if you don't with these bitches. Meanwhile, Shera and her tacky ass wigs and her horrible eyeliner, and when she talks, she pokes her lips out, because she's copying and mirroring. This is what narcissists do. They steal personalities and they mirror people's behavior. She's mirroring Khloe Kardashian because the Kardashians have the lip fillers, and when they talk, they poke their lips out. Look at Khloe Kardashian, how she talked. Look at her lips and tell me if I'm lying. So Shera is actually pretending to be a Kardashian because she wants to be a rich white woman. And it's funny to me because the Kardashians want to look like black women. So why do you have to fix your lips to look like a white woman who wants to be like us? Listen, to my sisters, raise your spiritual discernment. Be a leader, not a motherfucking follower. It's okay to decenter men. It's time. We are dismantling the patriarchal system. We are decentering men. We are relying on God for everything, all our needs, money and everything he is providing. He will give to you. Do right by him. And I'm telling you, he's going to bless you tenfold, more than any toxic man could ever do for you. She's not a happy woman. She's in a loveless, toxic marriage. And she has to lie to herself by saying, well, I control his money. And she knows she doesn't control her husband's money. His side chick is getting a piece, and he might be giving his ex-wife a piece of it too, stalking his ex-wife. Follow God. Don't follow behind no toxic woman with little to no credentials to be a financial advisor that begs for Cash App donations pretending to be a rich white woman. Rich women do not sit on YouTube all day begging for donations. The rich women that I know are in country clubs, attending parties and social functions and living a lavish lifestyle. They don't get on YouTube and beg for Cash App donations. She's not living the life that she's projecting. And if she really had money like that, her wigs would be better quality, and she would hire a makeup artist to do her eyeliner correct, and she would stop poking her lips. She would be able to afford get her lip fillers done instead of poking her fucking lips out looking like a fucking duck. Just, bitch, go take your ass to the dermatologist and get the lip filler, okay? So you can stop doing. Go to the fucking dermatologist so you can stop poking your lips out. If you can afford lip filler, Miss Shera, go get it done, sis. And if I come across as a bully, I don't care. I bully demonic spirits and people. I call out narcissistic behavior. I have a problem with Shera because Shera promotes domestic violence amongst black women. She is setting y'all up to get beaten and abused just for the sake of scamming a man for his money. So if I seem like a fucking bully towards her, I don't care. The domestic violence rate in the black community with women, we are dying every 4 hours. I don't think it's cute to teach women how to manipulate black men when they're already fucking dangerous and a threat to us. They envy us and they're in competition, and they really hate us because they hate their fucking mothers. Don't teach us how to manipulate them. Teach us to get the fuck away from them and put God at the center of our lives. But just like Kevin Samuels, you let her following keep running behind her, and they're going to crash and burn just like Kevin Samuels and his fucking following. Just like Andrew Tate and his fucking following. The blind leading the fucking blind. And Spiritual Whistleblower has spoken, and I don't care who gets mad or bothered. Eat a dick. Now, I will see y'all on the West Coast. If you're interested, my email is down below. Let's meet up and do the damn thing. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. Follow God. Don't follow no toxic ass advice. Don't follow Derek Jackson. Don't follow his stupid ass wife. They're all scamming us. All these motherfuckers out here is straight scamming everybody. And they're paranoid because women are waking up. Decenter men. God bless y'all. I've spoken.